Sirens, Greek mythology. Sirens are mythical creatures often depicted as enchanting female beings with the power of seductive singing. They are associated with the sea and maritime lore, captivating sailors with their irresistible voices. Sirens are sometimes described as part woman and part bird, with the exact representation varying in different accounts. While in other depictions, they possess the upper body of a woman and the lower body of a fish. Their bewitching songs are said to lure sailors, who, captivated by the irresistible melodies, steer their ships towards dangerous rocky shores, leading to shipwrecks. One of the most well-known tales involving the Sirens is found in the Odyssey, where the hero Odysseus encounters them during his long and perilous journey home. As Odysseus sailed the violent seas, the haunting melodies of the mermaids' songs reached his ears, promising knowledge of secrets untold. The Sirens, with their voices like honey, lured sailors with promises of forbidden wisdom. Determined to navigate safely through this perilous stretch of the sea, Odysseus ordered his men to plug their ears with beeswax, rendering them immune to the irresistible call of the Sirens. However, Odysseus, driven by an insatiable curiosity and an adventurer's spirit, desired to hear the mythical songs for himself. Against his crew's warnings, he ordered them to tie him to the mast of his ship. As they approached the haunting melody, Odysseus, bound and unable to succumb to the Sirens' call, was both captivated and tormented by the otherworldly music. The Sirens, realizing that their enchantment couldn't sway Odysseus, unleashed their full force, singing of lost loves, forgotten dreams, and the mysteries of the cosmos. Yet, Odysseus, though tempted, persevered, held captive by the haunting beauty of the mermaids' voices. As the ship sailed beyond the reach of the Sirens, Odysseus, released from his binds, felt the weight of both triumph and longing. The echoes of the mermaids' songs lingered in his mind, leaving an indelible mark on his journey. You are watching the Tales of the Savannah. Subscribe and be part of the tribe. Now, let's get back to the story. Selkies, Scotland, Ireland. Selkies are mythical creatures known for their ability to transform between seal and human forms by donning or removing their seal skin. Originating in Celtic and Norse traditions, these beings, also called Selkie folk, are associated with the Northern Isles of Scotland. They can be both friendly and dangerous, often engaging in romantic relationships with humans. Stories often revolve around stolen seal skins, marriages, and the Selkies' constant longing for the sea. Similar beings exist in Faroese, Icelandic, Irish, and Manx folklore. The term Selkie comes from the Scots word for seal. Superstitions caution against harming Selkies, linking it to misfortune. These creatures, with rich and complex mythology, have inspired various artistic works. Ningyo, Japan. The Ningyo, a creature from Japanese folklore, was first mentioned in records from the 7th century. Initially seen in freshwater, it later became associated with bad luck during certain historical periods. People believed eating its flesh could grant long life, as told in the legend of Yaobikuni. The Japanese fishermen believe that if a Ningyo is caught, it will bring misfortune and storms. Because of this, many fishermen who find these creatures caught in their nets throw them back into the ocean. It is also believed that if a Ningyo washes ashore, it is an omen of war or calamity. In an interesting story, a fisherman in Wakasa province caught a strange fish and invited friends to share it. One guest, peeking into the kitchen, was surprised to find that the fish had a human head. He warned others not to eat it, and they planned to secretly throw it away. However, one guest, influenced by the alcoholic beverage called sake, forgot to get rid of his part. This man had a young daughter who asked for a present when her father returned. Without much thought, he gave her the fish. Realizing his mistake, he tried to stop his daughter from eating it, but it was too late. Initially, nothing strange happened to her, and the incident was forgotten. As the years passed, the young girl grew up, got married, and defied the aging process, while her husband aged and passed away. After many years of remaining the same and experiencing widowhood again, the woman became a nun and traveled the world. Finally, she returned to Wakasa, where she passed away at the age of 800. Mamiwata, West Africa. Mamiwata is a legendary water spirit found in various African and diasporic mythologies. She is often depicted as a beautiful and enchanting woman with a fish or serpent tail. In African folklore, Mamiwata is revered as a powerful and seductive deity associated with rivers, seas, and other bodies of water. She is believed to possess the ability to bring good fortune, wealth, and fertility, but also has the potential to cause misfortune if not respected. Worshippers and followers of mamiwata engage in rituals and ceremonies to seek her favor and protection. The stories of mamiwata have transcended Africa, influencing beliefs and practices in the African diaspora. In the Caribbean, the Americas, and other regions, mamiwata is often reconciled with other water deities or figures, adapting to local cultural contexts. To find out more about mamiwata, watch our story, Who is Mamiwata? Aycayia, Caribbean. Aycayia, a mermaid in Caribbean mythology, held a special place among the Neo-Taino nations, including Puerto Rico, Cuba, and the Dominican Republic. Her name meant, she with a lovely voice. Aycayia symbolized both beauty and temptation. However, her allure came with a price, as she was believed to take away the free will of men who were captivated by her. Men, drawn by her voice, would leave their work to hear her sing. This caused resentment among other women, leading them to pray to Mother Jagua to intervene. One day, when a party was planned on an island, Aycayia and a group of women intended to attend. However, Aycayia was late for the canoe that would take them there. Tragically, the canoe sank in a storm, and the women were transformed into beings resembling mermaids. Aycayia, in particular, was transformed into a flower known as Majagua. This transformation marked a tale of beauty, desire, and a twist of fate in Caribbean mythology. Rusalka, Slavic folklore. In Slavic mythology, a Rusalka is the spirit of a child who died without baptism or a virgin who met a watery demise, whether accidental or intentional. Different Slavic regions attribute varying personalities to Rusalki. Along the Danube River, Rusalki appear as beautiful and charming girls draped in misty light robes. They sing enchanting songs to passers-by. In contrast, northern Russian Rusalki are depicted as ugly, unkempt, and wicked beings, always naked and ready to ambush humans. Regardless of their appearance, all Rusalki share a common inclination to entice men. For the vile, it's to enchant, and for the northern Rusalki, it's to torment. During Rusalki week at the onset of summer, these nymphs supposedly emerge from the water, perching themselves in weeping willow and birch trees until nightfall. Under the moonlight, they engage in circular dances. Any person who joins their dance is compelled to continue until their demise. The areas where they dance become lusher with thicker grass after that enchanted week. Chalchihuitliquer, Aztec mythology. A prominent deity in Aztec mythology, she holds a significant role as the goddess of water, rivers, seas, and all aquatic elements. Her name is often translated as She of the Jade Skirt. She is often depicted wearing a jade skirt adorned with water lilies and carrying a container of water. The use of jade in her name and imagery symbolizes the preciousness and life-sustaining qualities of water. Chalchihuitliquer is a part of the larger Aztec pantheon, which includes numerous gods and goddesses governing various aspects of the natural world, human activities, and cosmic forces. In her role as a water goddess, she is responsible for ensuring the flow of rivers, the abundance of crops, and the overall well-being of the Aztec people. Chalchihuitliquer's influence extends beyond the natural elements, as she is also associated with childbirth. Pregnant women would seek her protection and assistance during labor, praying for a safe delivery. In times of drought or excess rainfall, rituals and ceremonies dedicated to Chalchihuitliquer were conducted to appease her and ensure the balance of water-related phenomena. Melusine, European folklore. In European folklore, Melusine is a captivating mythical figure with roots in various medieval legends. She is often depicted as a mysterious woman with a unique secret. The lower part of her body transforms into a serpent or fish-like tail. One of the prominent versions of the Melusine legend traces back to French and German tales. According to this narrative, Melusine was born to Elinas, the king of Albany, and a fairy mother. This union bestowed Melusine with her enchanting beauty and supernatural qualities. However, her mother imposed a condition. Melusine must remain hidden from view one day each week. As Melusine grew older, she caught the eye of Raymond, Count of Anjou. They fell deeply in love, and Melusine agreed to marry him under the condition of her weekly seclusion. Despite being happy, the secrecy surrounding Melusine's hidden day became a source of intrigue and suspicion. Tragedy struck when, during a moment of vulnerability, Melusine was discovered by Raymond. Seeing her in her transformed state, he was shocked and betrayed. In some versions, Melusine, heartbroken and betrayed, transformed into a serpent and flew away. Amabie, Japanese folklore. Amabie is a creature from Japanese folklore that has a distinctive appearance. It is described as a yokai, supernatural being, having the upper body of a person and the lower body of a fish, similar to a mermaid or merman. Amabie is characterized by its scaly body and long, flowing hair. According to the legend, Amabie emerged from the sea near the coast of Higo province during the Edo period, which is around the mid-19th century. The creature delivered a prophecy predicting several years of abundant harvests but also warned of a potential epidemic. One unique aspect of the Amabie legend is its preventive nature. It advised that a likeness or drawing of itself should be shown to people to ward off illness. This led to the creation of various artistic representations of Amabie, which were shared as a form of protection against diseases. Amabie gained renewed popularity during the pandemic in 2020, as people shared its images on social media as a symbol of hope and protection. Mermaids have intrigued and delighted people for a long time. If you enjoy stories about mermaids, check out our channel. We have a variety of mermaid tales that let you explore the enchanting world beneath the waves. Dive into these captivating stories and experience the magic of the deep sea. Thank you for watching our story, The Mermaids of the World, and we hope you enjoyed it. What lessons did you draw from this story? Share your thoughts with us in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and be part of the tribe. Thank you for watching The Tales of the Savannah. We will see you next time, in the Savannah.